I'm fighting for Tennessee because it's the right thing to do. And let me tell you, there's nobody that has the knowledge, courage, or integrity to take stand against corruption and defend our Constitution and our rights. And I don't do this for my own benefit. There's nothing that I get out of this. I do it because it's the right thing to do. And I want you to take a look at these clips of some of my arguments and testimonies in our courts and legislative houses. And when you see this work, you'll know that there is nobody defending the Constitution like John Gentry.
As heard from the Board of Judicial Conduct, they are impotent. And they just said that they are impotent. When they said, oh, well, if the judge just resigns, there's nothing we can do. They are impotent. They can do nothing to provide judicial oversight or judicial accountability based on their own testimony. They should be abolished. Taken together with his obvious conspiracy with Senator Bell to silence my testimony last hearing on these rules, he should be impeached. I accuse Judge Gay and Senator Bell of federal crime in violation of 18 U.S.C. Section 241, conspiracy against rights, and I demand to address the full body in memorial and remonstrance. Representative Hardaway agreed the words of Senator Bell did not ring true, and Representative Daniel shared the same concern. Who among you will file a brief statement with the clerk so that I may address the body? Show of hands. And let the record show that I see no hands. Respectfully stated, each of you swore an oath to uphold the Constitution. And if you don't understand the provisions that you swore to uphold, then you're not fit for office. A high school student can understand what is an office of trust, and continued feigned ignorance evidence is treason to the Constitution. Tennessee is the volunteer state, and let Tennessee lead the way, because this corruption of our judiciary is not a Tennessee problem. It is a problem across this country and across this world. And I implore the members to have the courage to abolish this agency and let Tennessee lead the way, that the judiciary has been proven incapable of self-government and self-oversight, and that the legislative houses are going to take back the power of impeachment. And under Article 6, Section 6, judges may be removed by concurrent vote of both houses. But the only way the members are going to know to impeach under Article 5, Section 1, or the only way they're going to know to remove under Article 6, Section 6, is if the members start receiving petitions of remonstrance from their citizens. The conduct of the government thus far evidences that the government of the state of Tennessee is no longer Republican in character or form and has forsaken the Constitution that created government. I find it absurd that I have spent more than a year in court proceedings and thousands of dollars defending constitutionally protected rights and demanding that the false version of the Constitution be corrected. I have a right to petition government by address, and I sought to exercise that right by demanding oral argument in remonstrance. That right to petition by address does not mean I have a right to orally address an inanimate wall and be ignored. That is common sense. We're creating a new judicial oversight agency, the Board of Professional Responsibility now. It has the same function as the Board of Judicial Conduct. And what I'm addressing with these facts is this agency is not doing its job. It's in violation of the separation of powers doctrine. They are exercising powers not granted to them, and they're holding a second office of trust that they shouldn't have. And I'm imploring this committee and the House and the Senate that we need to return this power back to the legislature.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm approaching the Tennessee House Chief Clerk on behalf of Mr. John Gentry with this petition and statement. Involves a petition of grievances. 1, unconstitutional and void statutes. 2, failure to address grievances. 3, judicial reform. 4, reinstitution of constitutionally guaranteed rights. Signed, Bud Halsey, Tennessee State Representative.
Next order, Mr. Clerk.
All right, Mr. Gentry, then I would suggest you hire a lawyer and resort to the courts. I'm not saying that your issue has merit. I'm not saying it's frivolous either. I've studied some of your documents. It might have merit, but I think that you need to hire an attorney if you want to proceed with this and try to invalidate the Board of Judicial Conduct.
I would not hire an attorney to tie my shoelaces, to be quite honest with you. I represent myself quite well in court. The next point I was going to make is the rules of professional conduct require a lawyer who knows that another lawyer has engaged in misconduct shall report them to the Board of Professional Responsibility. And the same is in Rule 10, Code of Judicial Conduct. A judge that knows of attorney misconduct shall report them to the appropriate authority. So here we have a complete breakdown. We've got an attorney filing a frivolous lawsuit. We've got opposing counsel who is failing to report them for ethical violations, as well as the judge. The whole thing has broken down.
So thank you for taking time to look at my work. Coming up next is a song that I wrote with Eric Pentecoff about the work that I'm doing and taking stand as a Tennessean. My name's John Gentry, candidate for governor 2022. God bless, and in God we trust. Tennessee's my home. Eric Pentecoff.
Tennessee is my home. It's the best one that I know. But from what I can see, all my God-given rights are blown away. I am a Tennessean with American birthright. Over mountain patriots, it's time to see the light. All those men down in Nashville, in every county court and seat, they just want your money and your rights below their feet. And now they want your freedom too, by pitting me against you. If we let them have their way, that'll cease to be the day that we're all Tennesseans with American birthright. Over mountain patriots, open up your eyes. I am a volunteer. Come sit next to me. It's our turn now to be here peacefully. 'Cause I am a Tennessean with American birthright. Over mountain patriots, tighten up and know your rights. Because we're all Tennesseans. Yes, we love our home. So let's come together. You know you're not alone. Tennessee faithful, we're blessed to call her home.